What is freedom? We cannot be free unless we can transcend limit. And humanity has been presented today the greatest possible limit in this three-dimensional density of the planet. So an analogy to that is a chick, a little bird in the egg. If you want to fly, it has to begin with breaking through the shell of the egg. That's the limit. And so it has to bring up the power to break through the shell. But without the shell, it has no power. It just is. It remains where it's conceived and cannot fly because the power that it gains through breaking through the shell continues. And afterwards can walk a little bit and that power grows. Because that power is given or it originates from the source. The source is infinite, has no beginning, no end. And that power continues. It is now. Now you cannot stop. And that now also is change. Change is the absolute eternal constant. And that's a law, the law of creation, Creator's law. I call it the one law. So when we go by the law, they continue to change. And that means they have the power. There's no limit. They are free. But also that power has been given to the human. And mind you, the human is creation in the human form. That means all of creation. And the truth is all is one. That means Creator and the Creator are one. Creator is also within us. So bring out the power of the Creator. We have to obey to the Creator. We have to live that law. And so for us to realize that we have the power, we are given difficulties, limits. These are stepping stones. And so we have the power to continue to transcend any limit. Actually, there's no limit. We welcome the limit. We appreciate the limit. So we can bring out the power to make the steps. So let me illustrate here what I mean with the creation of this egg. Right? It begins with the source. That's the original seed. That's the infinite. And basically in 9 stages. Sporadically, the materialization is created. And that is what the earth is. The earth is like an egg. I call the Hopi call this the mystery egg. And in this egg, we have a nucleus. And that nucleus contains the entire memory of the source. That means the source continues and is contained in the center. And so we begin with that center. That means we are conceived. That means after heaven and earth unite, man and woman, we call this sex, right? We are conceived in this womb. That's the mystery egg. So in a bigger context, the earth is like a womb. And so the earth with its three-dimensional density is given to us to bring out the power that must come from within. And that's why that center is contained by our blood. So with our blood, we can make a connection between the center and the circle, the womb. And so our blood circulates like this, basically. And so by being able to control our blood, we can control also the power that has to come from the inner and how to use it into the outer. But we want to go beyond the circle. We want to grow back to the source, and that requires a cycle. So the first stage of the cycle here, this memory, that's contained by food. And so through the digestive process, we can release that memory, and so then we can remember, complete the cycle. And that is freedom. That is peace, justice, happiness. But it is ongoing. It's not like now I'm happy and I'm having maybe an ice cream. It's nice for 3-5 seconds. It tastes in your mouth and it disappears. And you become unhappy because you want to continue the taste. And anything else like that, like money, is also temporary. You can lose it just like that in one moment. You can be a multi-billionaire, but one day, one moment, the monetary system collapses, or there's a war, or whatever. Money has no value. So the only value that continues is the one who can value, who can appreciate, who can discern, and the observer, the true being, the I am. We are the one who determine value. That means money only for the human. We can appreciate, we can discern value on a higher level of frequency all the way up to the brain and beyond. And we have that consciousness of, okay, this is so much worth, that's, and so on. And so you can value it. So money, for all animals who cannot discern on a higher frequency, they can, for them it's no value. The rats build a nest and they poo on it, on money, because they don't have a higher perception of who they are and the power that they have also within them. But we have that potential. We can bring all that power, realize that they have the power, and so right now the whole earth has become the limit, the shell. And so now how can we break through that shell and become free and continue our journey, complete the cycle, and then realize that is the goal. Realize that we have the power, that we are the creator of our own reality. So that means our freedom doesn't depend on somebody else or institution. Like I said, the United Nations cannot give humanity freedom. It has to come the individual from within. See, and right now that is the great opportunity and the gift given to humanity to realize that we have the power, that we are free, and enjoy it. Be happy. Happiness means it happens, and what happens all the time is now. Change happens all the time. So when we live by the law, and then we can be in the moment, and that's who we are. We are now, not somewhere else. We are now, not in the future, not in the past. So that's the power. And that is right now the great opportunity for humanity. Now, I'll give you another illustration of what I just mentioned here. Again, this is a source where the power originates, where the power is actually. And here in 9 steps we spiralically descend to the earth, and on this earth we have the experience or the opportunity to realize that this power, that the source also is within us. So from here we need to continue with the contrast, because with contrast we cannot realize, we cannot discern. So from here we have 2 paths. One is the eternal, that contains the memory, that has the seed that's carried by blood, and here we can return. So it's from seed to seed to seed to seed. The seed is eternal. The seed represents the source. But then, to realize that we have the power, we have also another system or order that has no memory. It begins from the surface here, so but has a beginning and an end. And that experience and experiment is coming now to its end. That's why everything right now is great chaos. It's ending. And the system, and anyone who has interest to be part of that system, or security of the system that they have, by selling out themselves, right now the decision has to be made. Either continue, and for that we need to obey the law of right and wrong, good and bad, like and dislike, mine and yours, and so on. So many laws are created to keep humanity in that temporary world, but it's not coming to an end. We continue, then poof, we go back to the source, same as we enter the source, where it's called Big Bang. And that's why we have this great conflict, wars, disease, cancer, atom bombs, to release all this energy, but it's going backwards, it's not going progressing in a higher form of consciousness. So we either continue and complacent, remain ignorant, or we go back. But for that we have to know how to live by the law, by change, how to continue to change, how to continue the power. But for that we need to break through that shell. So this system that happened from the that originated from the surface, not from the center, that was needed, or that has been used to make the shell so powerful, so dense. That's why we have chosen this planet for its 3-dimensional density, to make it so strong. And the stronger it is, by going against change, against creation, everything is fixed, right? Standards fixed, including cloning. So even now they want to have meat. They say, oh, now you don't have to eat kill animals, and we have no artificial meat, but that meat also is cloned, is fixed. It's not by animals who also have the freedom to be in their level, but everything is fixed, labels. Right? So this fixation, that's the shell, the egg, is fixed. The limit is so strong today, so it requires strong people, strong beings, who can, from the center, because that's where the power comes from the center, use it. And for that we have to transmit that power through our blood, right? Because that's why blood has the same nucleus, same center, and break through. And so we can break through and bring forth sorry, that memory, the power. So from here we can continue and come back. And the Hopi call this the mystery egg. So the message is, live by the law of the Creator.